How's it going, ladies and Bruce's on Bob Sixkilla, and today we're going to be checking out a game called Revenge Story. Actually, it's the demo for a game called Revenge Story. The game is not out yet. It is currently on Kickstarter. I'll put a link in the description for that if you're into it. The developer did contact me and said that they got it on Kickstarter and they noticed that we cover a lot of visual novels here and said that we might be interested in it. I checked it out and it sounds pretty interesting because it's boasts to have quite a lot of open-ended gameplay where it, you know, there's a lot of options for what you can do and where you can go and all that. It does sound like a mystery, but also a romance story, that sort of thing. Pretty standard, as you'd imagine, for a visual novel anyway, generally. So I thought we'd jump in, do half an hour, see what we think. The Kickstarter and the link to the Steam page will be in the description. If you want to go, if it seems like something you're real into, go ahead. Otherwise, let's see, shall we? Difficulty level of the minigames. Oh man. Normal's fine, I guess. Normal mode validated. I always like being validated. Anyway, let's get back into it. What the fuck is the chipmunk thing doing? Welcome to Isidol. Before we begin, would you like to know more about the history of this world? Well, it's going to be half an hour, so if I spend it on introduction, that probably... No, let's skip the introduction. If you don't know this world yet, I advise you to read it in order to understand its stakes and its current situation. I say for the fact that we are doing a half-hour demo impressions video, we should probably skip the introduction and jump into gameplay. Although I would probably recommend doing it if we were, you know, playing it properly, the full game from the start. No. Screw the past. I am... Okay, cool. I'll be the man. Because I'm the man. I fight for the League. Oh, cool. Oh, man. None of these are very edgy. I really need an edgy one. You know what I mean? Red or something. Orange, perhaps? Shit. Let's go with the blue one, I suppose. Celeste, whose queen is the only person worthy to claim the imperial throne. In our glorious and noble knighthood, I am... I'm an old man, so let's go with that. And many enemies have already fallen under my rifle. Several things could be said about me. First, I hate taking a life. My will is as fiery as the sun, obviously. My spirit is as a catapulted mount. And no one will ever be able to take away my insatiable curiosity. But all this is nothing compared to my biggest secret, the one I care about most. For I wish to become the Queen's champion. To achieve my dream, I will stop at nothing and nobody. Here, at the moment, a violent battle has just ended and, if I believe the silence of death that reigns around me, I seem to be the last survivor of this carnage. The confrontation was terrible, and I'm afraid that, once again, many victims were involuntarily involved in our fight. Unfortunately, this is a part of the rules of the game. In all major wars, there will always be collateral damage. From the collateral damage... No, not like that. My queen, my dream, I couldn't... No. I'll live. I refuse to die. Gayan or Celeste, it doesn't matter, they all deserve to disappear. Choose the appearance of your real avatar. Okay, bit of deception there. Your avatar, is it man, O sign, O minus sign, or a woman, O plus sign? What? My name is... Mr. Avatar. And I'm the last survivor of this absurd carnage. Even I, if I never wanted to be. It's a crazy world. We refuse to be involved in this stupid war. We chose to remain neutral. Away from all of this. So why? Why are we caught between the two great powers? Why does this conflict keep coming to our land? Today, innocent people died. The wrong people. The only people I cared about. I've just taken a life. I can't turn back now. They will pay for this. King Gaian and Queen Celesta. It's their war. It's all their fault. I will kill them, both. Only blood will avenge blood. However, I won't be able to carry out this vendetta in my current state. I'm injured, but luckily I know the person who can help me. Amy, this girl. She used to follow me everywhere when we were children. Even today, I'm sure she will help me. She's a healing magus, and she has a small clinic in the nearby town where we grew up. She'll be able to look after me. Besides, her healing skill will be very useful in my vendetta. I need her. But I have to be quick before my forces leave me completely, so let's go. Go, Mr. Avatar. Hi, I'm Deus Marmotta, but call me Pokey. That doesn't sound similar at all. I'm here to tell you what's next. So, here we are on the map of Isidol. This is where all the chapters will be available in the future. I sure hope you're as excited as I am to see them. For this demo, we're going to take a little leap forward in the story towards chapter 2. After finding and recruiting Amy as well as a few volunteers to his cause, our hero now leaves for Ukul, the neighbouring region. There, he hopes to enlist Ival, his other childhood friend, to help him in his quest for revenge. I invite you to click on the region above to continue your adventure. Okay. I can do that. Here we go. I can do that. There's no point in drawing too much attention to ourselves at the moment, so we decide to cross the border with just the two of us, Amy and I. Meanwhile, the others have stayed behind. Their mission is to recruit as many of the survivors of the last conflict as possible to our cause. No doubt many will join me. In the face of the carnage wrought by our enemies, volunteers will be pouring in by the dozen. After all, anger is a good vehicle for commitment. So, we've been walking alone together for several minutes now. By the way, this seems to make Amy strangely very cheerful. Huh? The area looks pretty quiet. It's nice. Look, Mr. Avatar. I love that name. Aren't stars beautiful? It's so romantic. Like a date. You know, Amy, all this is just a deceptive appearance. This area is about to be drowned in the horror of war. Celesta troops have begun to occupy the area, and their knights are already posted all over the place. To top it all off, as we speak, the Gaian army has already taken its place at the gates of the region and is preparing its assault. A terrible battle is approaching. Well, our guy seems like the kind of guy who enjoys this shit. This chaos will swell our ranks. Stupid. What? Idiot. Hey, you're ruining everything. What are you talking about? About the beautiful stars. The stars? What's that got to do with it? I understand myself. You're the only... It's strange, you always seem very calm with strangers. But with me, you're full of energy. Amy... Is it good? Are you calmed down now? Yes, I don't have a projectile anymore anyway. Then maybe we'll be able to keep moving forward. I remind you that we'll have to find Ival. Yeah. And we have to hurry. This area is a very good strategic place, and it won't be long before the Gaian troops try to dislodge the Celesta by force. This is imminent. And the inhabitants of this place will then suffer the same fate as us. Yes, and that would be tragic. For my campaign, I need as many as possible. Of volunteers. We can't afford to let both empires wipe out my potential recruits again. You're right, we have to save these people. Well, this is important, so I forgive you. Forgive me what? We don't have any time for that anymore, Mr. Avatar. We have to find Ival. Your enthusiasm is great to see. Then, what's the plan, Mr. Avatar? Well, first of all, we have to look at the situation. We have to put ourselves in his place to guess what Ival could be doing right now. Knowing him, he must be looking for trouble from someone stronger than he is. Yes, in spite of his legendary clumsiness, I always had the impression that he was running after conflicts. From what I've heard from him, that hasn't changed. This region, like ours, is neutral. Therefore, the inhabitants don't carry the royal troops in their hearts. Do you think Ival's fighting against the Celesta soldiers? Yes and no, not directly in any case. However, the people here are known to be very proud of their independence, so there must be a rebellion movement somewhere in the city. Yes, the locals won't be overwhelmed very nicely without saying anything. Absolutely. In fact, I'm willing to bet that we'll find Yuval in their ranks. It's not hard to guess. You can't resist such a challenge. Our objective is therefore all found. However, where do we start? Where are we going to find information about this potential resistance group? Why don't you check with the authorities? Authorities? Yes, the local authorities. I'm talking about the brigade that is officially in charge of the region. I suppose the brigadiers of Yukal, who lost their authority during the peaceful invasion of the Celesta troops, must be inclined to kick the intruders out of their jurisdiction. On the other hand, nothing proves to us that they didn't prefer to ally themselves with our enemy. Fuck it. But I doubt it. Any other ideas? Well, I would have tended to ask the locals themselves. The locals? Yes, and I see only one place where we can find information about us scoundrels among the population. Undoubtedly, it is one of the most malfamous taverns of the whole region that we find traces of our resistance fighters. It's true that you're not likely to see Celesta hanging out in this kind of filthy place. At the same time, I understand them. Well, what should I decide? So let's go to the tavern. Fuck it. Sorry, Amy. My idea's better. Yeah, you're an idiot. My idea's better. Shit. That's why I'm in charge around here. That's why they call me Mr. Avatar. It's far too risky to go to the authorities. Let's go to the underworld instead. But, hurry up. We don't have a minute to lose. But it's going to be creepy out there. Don't worry, Amy. Everything will be fine. Unless, of course, you'd rather stay here by yourself. Of course not. Whatever happens, I'll follow you. You can always count on me. Perfect, then let's go. Are you sure this is the right place? Well, according to the indications that we've been given, this tavern is the home of the worst people in the area. Because you really trust all these scary people? Sure. I always... Oh my god, both of these are so pompous. My character is such a pompous asshole. Whatever, I inspire trust. So don't worry, Amy. We'll find our info here, I'm sure. Let's go inside. Pretentious much? You know what? I think I felt safer when I was surrounded by Celesta guards on the streets of downtown. First of all, you have to know if you're in the right place. And there's not 100 ways to do that. Death to Celesta. Okay. It's a chilly silence. Everyone's looking at us. Yeah! Well said. Fuck those guys. Let them die somewhere else than here. They'll smell up the streets with their rotting corpses. Sorry, I'm just adding flavour. Perfect, we're in the right place. Let's start by going to the tavern keeper. If anyone knows what's going on here, it'll be him. Okay, let's go. I'll stay behind you. Good evening, Tavern Keep. The sky looks very clear in the city lately, maybe even a little too blue. Change its colour immediately. A man of the night like you must know a place where I could hope to see a horizon more neutral. I don't think he's going to tell us anything. We should look elsewhere. He didn't say a single word, that's true. He's a cautious man. On the other hand, his eyes told me enough. He stared several times at a person sitting in the back during our discussion. He's probably the one who'll be able to guide me. What do you mean? Oh my god. Why are we treating her like an idiot? I don't like that. I see our target. Stay close. Always. Damn. The individual stands up. He surely noticed us. Let's go quickly before he leaves. Wow. Hey, pretty. Come on. I'll protect you from the blue menace. Wait. Let go. Hey. Do you have to yell so loud? That's fucked. Drop it now, bastard. Drop it now. Oh my god. I need a minute. Okay, I have to preface. I should have prefaced really. It's being developed in France, so French is its native language. So perhaps it's translation issues. Get out of here, you, if you don't want trouble. She asked you to let go. We have no time to lose, so obey. I won't repeat it. Oh, me? I plan to take all my time. No. Not me. Fuck it, shoot him. Die. Well, you killed him. Yeah, man, I'm a psycho. And as you can see, nobody cares. He died as he lived. Lamentably. Did it really have to come to this? Anyone who tries to slow me down will die. The same will happen to those who dare to attack my loved ones. Yes, I'm not going to let anyone hurt you either, Mr. Avatar. Oh no, look, our target's out. Let's catch it. Catch it. See, it's it again. So it must be a translation, right? Hey you, wait. Good evening, strangers. I understand that you were looking to join the group of the Revolted. The Revolted? Talk about an ugly name. Amy, you're not wrong. Anyway, this confirms the existence of a resistance force. Perfect. You got it all figured out. We would like to get in touch with them. Sadly, I'm afraid you'll never reach them. Mr. Avatar, it's a trap! And we fell right into it. I should have known better, but it's too late to complain. He's already drawn his gun and is holding us at gunpoint. Yes, poor fools, I was hired to hunt traitors like you, and like all the others, you both fell into my net. So you eliminated the threat by getting rid of resistance fighters before they're recruited. That's clever. Hey, don't encourage him. What? I think it's pretty smart. That's not a reason. Fine. Both of you shut up. We've already infiltrated every tavern in town. With all these disappearances, the requests to join these dirty rebels are becoming rarer and rarer. Anyway, there are still a few suicidal people like you, of course, you dirty neutros. The situation's getting out of hand. I have to find a solution myself, but what do I do? Should I try something? Try to save time. Try to get his gun. Save time? How am I going to save time? Shoot him now. Forever hold his peace. Just, I don't know, what is, try to save time. Oh, fuck it, let's try it. Don't be so sure of yourself. You've overlooked an important detail. A detail, you say? Yeah, you're dead. Bang, bang. Yes, this plan has a huge flaw. Here is a neutro with a sharp tongue. Well, let's hear it. What do you have to say for yourself? Perfect, I piqued the assassin's curiosity. Amy, for her part, seems to understand what I'm getting at. It's going to be tense, but we have to get him to let his guard down at all costs. This will give us new opportunities for action. Well, I hope Amy's ready. We'll have to put this guy in a good mood, without making him too euphoric. What? And Hoopa, I just did an automatic quick save, just in case. So, let's bluff this assassin bastard. Minigame. I like minigames. 10 rounds, you are here, enemy to bluff, area to reach, emotions to play, active character. Okay. I just pick one? Okay, that's good. Oh my god. Oh, he really liked that. He really liked when I tried to terrify him. That was his favourite. Oh, now we went too far. Oh, I see. So that one? The booby one? There you go, we made it. This guy isn't very friendly. I didn't think we could stop him from shooting at us. Fortunately, our duo is experienced. However, it's not a done deal yet, as this guy hasn't given us a single opening. So far, we've just been stalling. It's a shame. For neutros, you're both very nice, but what can I say? It's my job. Just a moment. I doubt you can give me a single good reason to go on with this. And yet... Nothing. I'm running out of ideas. Well, please, neutros, present me your arguments. Here's one. Oh man, we just made friends with him. And now you killed him. That's sad. What the... No way. Is that you, Mr. Avatar? You haven't changed. That name's not gonna get old. It's crazy, it's been so long. Oh, no, I don't believe it. Ival, is that you? That's me. can't believe you didn't have as much charisma when you were a child. You become so wow? Oh man. Look at that gun. Eval, the fearless adventurer, has to get up to speed. Look at the size of that gun. Is that a musket in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see me? By the way, your dear Eval is just in time, isn't he? Don't get excited. I would have gotten into myself eventually. Eval doesn't doubt it. It's crazy. In character it's the same, but physically it's day and night. As a child, he was so clumsy that he couldn't go a day without being covered with bandages. Now he's not covering anything. Am I interrupting something? Amy, you still look the same. You, on the other hand, you put on weight, right? It's called muscle, Amy. If it makes you feel better, call it what you want. Yeah, it's still the same indeed. But it's understandable, you've always been annoyed that he prefers the splendid Eval to you. What? In your dreams? Idiot, idiot, idiot. Who are you talking about? Oh, about anyone. I don't think Amy has any good reason to like the protagonist. He treats her like crap. No one? Let's see what we have here. Another Celesta assassin. Decidedly, they're really everywhere these days. He lifts his victim with such ease and without the slightest fear. He's strong and determined. He'll be perfect for my plans. You'd be very useful indeed. Okay, if Eval, the Shadow of the Dark Alleys, has understood your conversation with our dear friend who is littering the floor, you wish to make contact with the Revolted. That's right. Besides, something tells me you know exactly where we might find them. Indeed, but first tell me why you wish to meet them. You don't live here. What's in it for you, if not a good fight? Fights are for children. Me? I want to annihilate my enemies. King Gayan and Queen Celesta are indebted to me, and I will make them pay. However, I need troops to be able to attack their fortress. So you wish to assassinate the two most powerful heroes in the world? Yes, I will eradicate them, and anyone who defends them. But today, it's this city that is threatened by their armies. The enemies of the Revolted are also mine, so they are likely to become potential recruits for my crusade. You too, come and join me. You will be useful indeed to my evil plan. When you put it like that, it's not very appealing. Well, fuck you too. And on top of that, it's to ask for help in order to fight the two most adored heroes of the whole world. Warriors so powerful that they single-handedly defended our planet against the worst threats. And are said to derive their powers from the gods themselves. Yes, that's exactly right. Such an act can't even be categorized as a challenge, it's just pure madness. Do you really want to go down such a dangerous path? What about you? You really haven't changed. You're still as reckless as ever. Eval loves it. Please don't talk about yourself in the third person. Then of course, Eval, the fearless brigand, he did it again, will follow you, as if he was going to let you have all the fun. Just like the old days. The old-fashioned way, the trio reunited. You convinced Eval, Mr. Avatar. Now, follow me. Eval will guide you to the Revolted. Like the transition. Welcome to the Revolted base. It's revolting. That's crazy. The sewers they're hiding in is just below downtown. That makes it more revolting. After all, hiding right under the enemy's nose is a classic. There are a lot more of you than I imagined. I see that there are even brigadiers with you. Yes, a group left earlier to liberate them from the brigade's jails. However, according to the report, they failed to save their commander during the escape. The poor thing seems to have been shot by the traitor who had trapped and locked them all up. Anyway, it's useless to dwell on the subject. Do you want to visit the base? I thought we were in the base. No, we have better things to do. I would like to speak with your boss as soon as possible. Very well, Eval leads you to him. Yeah. Thanks. I don't mind being polite, come on. Hello? Hello? Actually, the commander, it's Eval. Eval, the magnificent leader of the Revolted, at your service. Are you kidding me? Not at all. Why didn't you just say so? For the surprise effect, of course. You always have to do as you please, Eval. Eval. Still so immature. I'm gonna keep up my pompous asshole act because it's pretty much my character's default anyway. It's no worse. In fact, I think that brings the negotiations to a close. Yes, well, we're not out of the woods yet. Yes, it is. We must first liberate this region. These people need hope. If you help us protect these lands from the ravages of Imperial War, then Ival, the Blade of 1,000 Rebels, promises that every one of his warriors and more will follow you. You've been here all along, Ival. Give me an overview of the situation. Sure. Revolted? With me. The Celesta troops have been here for a little over a week. They now have the authority all over the checkpoints in this area. However, their commander is out of town. We have it on good authority that the main campus of the Celesta troops was established in the castle of Oxel, on the outskirts of the region. I just want to interject and say I really like this puppet show bit that they do. I like it. And this is where it gets interesting. They're led by the Celesta Prince, the famous Death Cloud himself. Unfortunately, we're unable to confirm this. After all, despite his fame, no one knows what he looks like. People say he never leaves a survivor in his wake. If that's true, besides being super cool, that would explain the curious anonymity. As far as the Gaian troops are concerned, they only started gathering yesterday on the other side of the region, opposite the Celesta camp. Their main camp is currently located in the fortress of Yalder, the same fortress that once housed the terrible Von Destructor and his henchmen. Here again, we are on the heavy side because it is the Gaian princess, the insatiable beast herself, who intends to lead the assault. She was the one who defeated the current supervillain in the fortress at the time. That probably explains his choice. Simply put, we are literally caught in a pincer movement by both armies, both led by elite members of the heroic leagues. So far we've been able to slow down their operations by conducting 2 or 3 skirmishes on convoys of supplies and military equipment. Yesterday we even managed to intercept a shipment of underwear for the Celestial Knights. They must be too much trouble. However, this one delays the inevitable, so we have to keep knocking. Here's the situation, you know everything. Well, as I expected, Ival. You handled it pretty well. Ival rocks. You really will be a powerful asset by my side. I just don't want to have to look at your gun again. You don't have to worry anymore, Mr. Avatar. The wonderful Ival covers your butt. Your back. Mr. Avatar, the situation looks critical. What are we going to do? I see only one possible way out. We will attack both main enemy camps at the same time. What? It's the only way to get both armies back. If we're to attack on only one front, then the other side would take advantage and that would lead to a general assault. We would then be caught between the 2 armed forces. However, if we directly attack the 2 enemy bases, the fighting will be concentrated only on the borders. And what about the 2 heroes who lead them? Yes, the respective little brothers and sisters of the heroic monarchs, these are indeed terrible adversaries. This will only make this fight more intense. Surely if you want to fight 2 armies, 2 massive armies that kind of outclass you, and those 2 armies are already fighting, surely it's best to let them fight each other until there's fuck all left and then jump in and kill the remainders. That'd be the easy way to do it, right? Are you crazy? Crazy for adventure? Crazy like a fox? If I attack members of their families directly, my enemies may come to me of their own accord. The opportunity is good. It's not that insurmountable. In fact, I think we have a good chance of killing them all at once tonight. Think about it. The Celesta troops are concentrated here, trying to set up their defences in the area, so their main base is potentially weakened in numbers. As for the Gaian troops, their arrival is recent. So they're not in place yet, otherwise they would have attacked long ago. No doubt their camp is not yet fully fortified. And if we're going to do something, we have to do it now. Ooh, this is going to be huge. You can count on the help of Ival, the intrepid, and of the revolted. Perfect, Ival. I'm counting on you to gather as many volunteers as possible from the inhabitants. We will also need to contact the supporters in our home region. Exactly, we'll need all the support we can get. So we have 2 targets. Castle of Oxel, where Prince Celesta established his main camp, and the Fortress of Yalder, where Princess Gaian is preparing to gather her troops for the coming battle. I know the Castle of Oxel very well. I often went there during evenings organised by the Magus of the Academy. It's an enchanting place with an incredible number of secrets, and of course, I know almost all of them. I will lead our troops there. Are you serious, Amy? You seriously think you have the courage to defeat the Prince? The one they call Death Cloud, the most powerful Shadow Magus the world has ever known? Don't worry, Val. She has my complete trust. She'll follow my instructions. Yes, I will eliminate the Prince for you, Mr. Avatar. Your favourite brigand has always loved to train in places where epic battles were fought. It's so invigorating. So you can count on Ival the Magnificent to lead the assault on the fortress of Yaldur. He has walked it countless times and knows the place better than anyone. The princess will not survive this night. That sounds perfect. For my part, I will accompany one of you two to lead the assault. When the battle is over, let's all meet up in the north, in the woods on the outskirts of our respective regions. This will be our meeting point. We'll set up camp there. It'll be a tough fight, but if we win, we'll have achieved a real miracle. We will have defeated 2 members of both Leagues of Heroes. This will send a strong message to our enemies. They will learn of our existence, and they will learn to fear us, until the day they finally come to confront me. And when that day comes, I'll be ready for them. Amy, Yuval, get ready. The rebellion enters the war. And that's the end of the demo. Perfect timing too, because we're at half an hour. Excellent. Well then, there you go. I don't know if any of these choices you make at the very start actually make any difference or not. I'm assuming not, seeing the character you're making a choice about instantly gets murdered. So, that's cool, I guess. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Like I said, links will be in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.